Hey folks, how y'all doing? I thought today we're gonna do a review or take a look at a rangefinder, a golfing buddy helper of sorts. It does it does things and stuff. Slope adjusted distance. It does point-to-point measurements. It does height, vertical, and horizontal as well. Speed and angle. It's got an angle switch anyway. It's got an external display, which is YA, as depicted there on the front. The brand name, your guess is as good as mine. ACPOTEL? ACPOTEL? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, I thought before we get too far ahead of ourselves here, we're going to open the box and get into it. But today's video is brought to you by 5 o'clock. Because, hey, let's face it, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Know what I mean? 5 o'clock. All right, let's... when I opened the box, it came in a brown box. When I opened the box, it was just this package that I removed, exactly as you see it. And this is the first time I'm seeing it. That's cool. Comes in a... Wow, that is... All right, I'm initially impressed. I did not expect that. That's a semi-hard case with some elastic, as well as a little aluminum clasp. Very nice. Very nice. I don't know what the little dot thing is for up there, but no, that feels good. Quite nice. I didn't expect that. Oh, and then and more. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right, I see. Got some more elasticity there. The main device. Of course. And rubber-coated, rubberized plastic. Yeah. It feels like I think, nope, it's plastic. Whole thing's plastic. Okay. But, rubber-coated, it doesn't feel, I mean, it doesn't feel bad. That's for sure. Let's see what else we get here quick. Oh, and a battery. Oh, it comes with, I forget what these are. It's not a double A. It's a quarter of a double A. You know what I mean? What is that? CR2, I think is what it says. Whatever. I'll put if I'm wrong, I'll correct it here in post. Yeah, CR2. I guess is the battery that it takes. At least it comes with one. That's nice. Cleaning cloth here. Some stickers. That was the quality control sticker. Oh, this is getting a little small for my eyes. I got to break out the magnifying glass. What I'll do, because I think it just helps. It serves as a reference for me too for future, in case I lose this stuff. I'll take a scan of this stuff and I'll just throw a still shot of it up here somewhere. And yeah. So there's that. I'm gonna have to spend a little time reading it. But yeah, first impressions here. Plus and minus. I don't know. Is that going to be focus? Yeah, I'll bet you that's going to be focus. I don't know. Let me throw a battery into it quick and see what we see now. Of course, you get a carrying strap here, a little whatever wrist strap. Not very elastic, but all right. Let me power it up and move along. All right, I got the battery installed, which goes right there. Yeah, it powers up. It shuts off very quickly, automatically, after 16 seconds. I quickly glanced at the instructions just so I got an idea what to expect. But if you turn it on, how about that glare? Whew. I don't know. I don't know. Can you see that? I hope so. Anyway, yeah, it just shut off. Let's see. This is going to be fun. Let's see what happens here once. Turn it on. And... oh, man, I can't tell. Let's change something here. Can you see any of that? How about now? But there's a readout that comes up once you power it on. In other words, the numbers and whatnot that you're going to see on this screen are digital. They're not pre-printed on the glass or the plastic, whatever the lenses are made of. You know, some of that stuff is automatically like embedded into the material itself. This is not. This, you only see the angle and distance and things like that once the unit is actually engaged, powered on, and energized. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So I know that much about it. Anywho, yeah, testing this is going to be fun. I don't know if it's going to help my golf swing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to tell me how far off I was. You know what I mean? I like golf, but I don't take it seriously. I see a ball, whack a ball, that's my kind of a thing. But this is multi-purpose. It's supposed to do, you know, distance measurements, and for that alone, and height measurements. So, I mean, for these basic things, I think it's universal. It's not just for golf. You can use it for, well, you can use it for all kinds of things. But anyway, I'm going to spend a little time blowing this thing up so I can actually read it, and getting to know the thing. And yeah, once I know pretty much kind of sort of how to use it, we're going to put it through you know, some good and proper testing here, I think. Well, at least that's my game plan. All right, real quick, I thought I'd just take a look at the manual here and enlarge it so that everybody can see 3-second clips at a shot here. So there you go. All right, what I'm doing here, I've got the tape measure extendified. Looking like 24 feet is where I'm standing from the pole. And we're just going to do a quick distance measurement here. Trying to do two things at once with one pair of eyeballs. It was it was fun. Forgive my my crazy angles here. You know, it's like I said, I'm trying to do two things at once. But yeah, 7.3 yards, 24 feet away. That is really, really close. Nothing to argue with there. I would call that quite accurate. All right, I thought real quick we'd do a long-range distance test. And I'm trying to get you to see what I can see. And it's cold, it's windy as hell on this day, and it's really hard to hold this stuff stable. But yeah, again, I'm trying to look with one pair of eyeballs through two different lenses, if you will, and it's difficult. But that's what it looks like. I did actually get it then. So yeah. And here's, well, I'm trying hard. Crikey! We got a plastic bunny in his man-made habitat. Yeah, I'm having a hell of a time focusing in on this thing. It's, like I said, it's windy as anything out there. And, yeah, I'm just really fighting with this. I'm shaking. It's hard to hold steady, and it's really hard to get you to see what I'm seeing. Thank God it does have this side screen, because that, yeah, that just makes life easier. But whatever, we're looking at like 20 feet here. Yeah, about 20 foot. That's how far away we are. I mean, again, the numbers are, it's really close, surprisingly accurate. And the more steady you can hold the thing, the more stable you can hold the device, the more accurate the reading. And my camera has stabilization, but the rangefinder does not. So this gives you an idea. I mean, this is what it's going to look like at best when you hold it up to your eyeballs. it's really hard to hold it steady. And you got to be straight on with the thing. Otherwise, well, I mean, you see the kind of, well, you see what you see there. But, anywho, it, again, thank God for that side screen. But yeah, it's difficult. It's really freaking tough. Sometimes I'm almost there in focus, and then I just can't hold it steady. But this is real. I mean, this is what it is going to look like when you put it up to your eyeball. That's how you got to be straight on with it. And yeah. Anywho, well, yeah, there we go. I mean, I can get it for a second, just a second, and then that second passes. The moment's over. You know what I mean? Anywho, yeah. The more stable you can hold it, the more accurate it is. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to show and tell here. All right, and this measurement here, what I'm going to do is measure that black pole, not from distance, but in height, from the bottom of the gravel to the very top plate, literally the top of the plate. And I'm not trying to deal with the camera at this point. That was too difficult. But again, it is right there, 2.1 yards. That pole is exactly 7 feet tall. From the very base there, where the gravel is, to the very underside of that bottom plate. Right there, 7 feet tall, 2.1 yards. I mean, it's really close. Real close. In this clip, I think we're just going to try and measure the overall height of that there telephone pole. Let's see what we see. It's it's difficult, like I said. Trying to trying to do my very best to show you exactly what this user experience is like. And yeah, I just figured the best way to do that is with some real world examples. And I don't think I started that correctly. I think what it was doing, but see the degree indicator there at the bottom is showing 39 degrees and 11 yards tall. I don't think I started that correctly. So I do it again. As best I can. It is so hard to see what I'm doing because it's so bright out there. I got a Google Pixel 6. People are saying how good it is, in bright sunny days. Well, I can't see the damn thing. So that's all I can tell you about that. But I'm standing pretty much where I was here when I was measuring for the bunny. I wasn't showing you what was going on. And now I got 47 degrees and 10 yards worth of distance, but it was over 14 yards tall. So yeah, that's what I was doing there. This is a speed measurement test. This has been real hit or miss for me. Speed. I've gotten good, believable results, but it's really, really hard to do. If you read the instructions just don't make any sense to me. Where's 27 kilometers per hour coming from? Now it's 70. You know what I mean? You've got to be rock solid steady with this thing. And I've been measuring cars driving by, and I'm getting believable numbers on some of them. But if I wiggle, nah, just forget about it. The readings are all over the map. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that, real short and sweet one. All right, here we're going to do another long distance test. I'm going to try and get that yellow sign, that road sign, all the way out yonder. It's pretty far. I don't know how far, but hey, we got a tool that's going to tell us, approximately anyway. And let's see what it says. I'm doing the measurement right now. And yeah, I zoomed in with my camera apparently I was holding that pretty level. 0 degrees worth of angle, but it's 65.2 yards. Yeah, I think I'd believe that. Alrighty, so yeah, that is the name of the game, I guess. I have spent some time with this, played around with it, tested it out, and overall, I'm pretty happy with the thing. Not a lot to complain about, but I figured what we're going to do right now, I'm just going to give you my final thoughts and opinions, tell you what I like, what I don't like, and we'll just wrap it up with my 0 to 10 scale. I'll give it my final score, and we'll finish this video off. Because I knew I wouldn't be able to remember it all, I got myself a cheat sheet. So I'm just going to start from that. What I'm going to do here, because I don't want to end on a bad note, I'm just going to talk about the things that I don't like, first of all. I don't like the little baby print instructions. That's why I scanned it, blew it up, put some still shots in this video so you guys don't have to suffer. I mean, if you're looking at this on a cell phone, well, forget about it. You can't read none of that anyway. Put it on a 65-inch TV. That's the way I view, and then you can actually read the thing. The instructions are too damn small, and they are very complicated in certain spots. In certain areas, like trying to measure the speed, I don't know, maybe I'm just being retarded, but I really couldn't understand what the hell they're trying to say. It doesn't make sense. And what I've found in a couple of areas, at least, probably the best thing to do, and what I've discovered for my learning curve here, is kind of ignore the instructions for a while and just play around with it. Push buttons, hold and press and push. You can figure it out faster and more logically on your own just by playing with the device, more than likely than what you're going to be able to accomplish by reading the instructions. Yeah, you need the instructions for a couple things, but for me anyway, the instructions just caused more harm than good. Anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, not thrilled about that. The scope itself, you gotta be just Johnny on spot. You gotta be straight on with the thing. Otherwise, it's really, really hard to see through. As I've demonstrated, you gotta just be right on with it. It's nice that you have focus here, but we need more than focus. We need a diopter. We need something that can, extend in and out. And I think that would help tremendously in being able to see through the thing a little more, not precisely straight on, if you know what I mean. Like binoculars have that. Normally binoculars have that, and that makes a world of difference. So just throwing it out there. Also, there is no backlight. I'm not thrilled about that. There's no internal light whatsoever. So you've got daylight and that's all you got. Or you got your ambient light and there is no other way of seeing the thing. So, as you start losing your ambient lighting conditions, you're going to stop being able to see the screen. Either one of them, inside or outside. But, yeah, I mean, it's just a point of contention, not an issue, really. You're not going to play golf in the dark anyway, are you? So there's that. But the screen on time is supposed to be 16 seconds, both of them, internal and external here. I haven't actually timed it, but I'll tell you what, that's the quickest 16 seconds I've ever experienced. About the time you can focus on the thing, it shuts off. I don't know. I'm feeling like it's a whole lot closer to 8 seconds, but maybe it is 16, and maybe my eyes are that bad. I don't know. But I think it should stay on at least 30 seconds, and there's no way to adjust it, so it just is what it is. It just doesn't stay on long enough. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds is reasonable, and then automatically shut off. But yeah, not thrilled about that. Oh, this little baby battery, that definitely could have been done better. At this point in time, everything's lithium ion. Normally I'm against having built-in batteries, but I think in this case that would be a win on this. You don't need that little bastard battery that you can't go to any store and get that thing. Well, I forget what it was. I'll put the model of what the battery is, in here in text. But you can't just go anywhere and get that thing. So because of that, I mean, it should have just had a decent, maybe a 500 milliamp hour built-in lithium-ion battery, that would have been a whole lot better than having to deal with that little bastard battery, you know what I mean? So not thrilled about that. It is very difficult, very, very difficult to hold the thing steady. What you're going to need is, in my opinion, honestly, you're going to need a monopod at the very least. Now, you can get cheap monopods, but you're going to have something to hold this thing steady, because if you can't, your readings are going to be all over the place. It's going to shake. Well, you've seen it, right? I mean, that's what it does in my hands. Maybe you're a better operator than I am. More than likely you are, but you're still going to be shaking, and it's still going to be kind of all over the map. The more stable you can hold it, the more accurate it's going to, represent. So keep that in mind. But I think a monopod is a very needed thing at the very least. Maybe you could use one of your drivers, use that as a stick to hold, and just kind of rest, somewhere on here. Rest it on the handle. Maybe that'll double as a stationary stick of sorts. But I'm telling you, this thing, it's hard to hold it steady. And I guess we're going to finish on the last thing that I'm really not thrilled about. It can measure speed, and it does, and it has, and I've gotten believable results out of it, just measuring cars. Again, this is where the instructions totally fail. If you read the instructions on how to take a measurement, well, yeah, good frickin' luck. I mean, just good luck. That confused the crap out of me. It makes no sense, and it doesn't work like that. I'm telling you. Hold the thing steady and let an object move by. The instructions that talk about moving, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if they got lost in Chinese to English translation, but something there is just cattywampus. But I did finally, hold the thing steady enough to get some believable speed measurements. Just watching cars drive by, and I got one car doing 30 kilometers per hour, or kilometers per hour, sorry, and that breaks down to like 18 miles per hour, and yeah, with my own two eyeballs, I would say, yeah, it's right there. 15 to 20 miles an hour is what the car was doing. And there was one right behind it going the exact same speed. And then, I get 50 kilometers or kilometers per hour. Yeah, you know what I mean? What the hell? Now, what it is, it's me not holding steady enough. So again, a tripod, a monopod, some way of stabilizing the thing is a very needed thing. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty cool. All right, now that's the crappy stuff. Let's go to things that I do like about it. I like that it's small, it's light, it's portable, and it's got this really nice handy dandy carrying case. I mean, I didn't do any homework on the case. I was looking for various products that do this specific function. And, as I'm sure you are too, right? You're looking for something that's going to help your golf swing, your golfing game, your driver selection, if you will. And yeah, this will certainly aid and abet in that department. But I was surprised when I opened the box and I saw that that's a really nice case. And I did finally understand, after playing around with it, yeah, that's what the little knob thing's for. I mean, I think that's what it's for. That's the only thing that makes any sense. Like, if you want to wrap it around a pole, that's a real quick and easy way of doing it, right? So, that's neat. I think that's what it's for anyway. Anyway, that's what I've discovered on it. Like the case. And I really like this side screen. Some of the much more expensive versions of these don't even have a side screen. That is awesome. And in my opinion, it's a very needed thing, because it's so hard to get straight on when you're looking through it as a scope. It's just, take your reading, flip the thing over real quick, and there's your numbers. There's all the pertinent information right there on the side. I really like that. From my testing, the accuracy, it's right there. I mean, it is Johnny on spot. Now, I didn't test anything that was, I didn't measure anything, I should say, with an actual tape measure that was hundreds of yards away. But, from what I saw, reasonably close, and what I did actually measure, anyway, I'm right there with it. I would believe it. In other words, what I'm seeing, for some of the longer distance tests that I ran, yeah, I don't see nothing to argue with there. I believe with my eyeballs guesstimation what that thing is telling me. I think we're both correct. So I like the accuracy on it. I like the fact that it takes continuous measurements. Just press and hold that button, and it'll keep measuring. It'll measure the whole time you're wiggling, shaking, and moving around. I like that. So it's not just a momentary press. You can just hold the button, and as long as you're holding that down, yeah, you're getting constant updates. That's a cool feature. The measurement distance, it does both distance to an object, and then it does horizontal distance, and then it does vertical distance. That's freaking awesome. I mean, that's what makes this a universal tool to me. It's not just for golf. Yes, it's primarily designed and intended for helping your golf game, but for around the house, for the backyard guy, for like me, just being able to get accurate distance, and then getting an angle from your point of measurement, you can get your slope and your degree of angle. I mean, that is excellent stuff right there. I don't have any other tool that can do that. So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Also, it does calculations of curves. On the golf course, you've got a lot of, well, it's not always flat, you know what I mean? And this takes that into account. I don't know how it does it. It does it with maths somehow, but hey, it does it. And yeah, that's another, just a bonus feature. It's all done with icons, and the icons are logical. You know what mode you're in, and it's real easy to switch modes with this button here. You just tap it and you switch into another mode. Every press changes the mode. And I didn't have any trouble whatsoever, understanding the icons. They're logical. They make, perfect sense. I prefer words. I like things spelled out quite literally, but, normally I have trouble with hieroglyphs, but I understood everything I was looking at here. So, another win-win. I like that it can measure speed, although you're gonna need a tripod for that, or some way of holding the thing steady. Overall, I think the feature set, for what you spend for what you get, I mean, it's good stuff, guys. I don't have no trouble whatsoever recommending this to you. I'm sure you're doing your homework, right? You're seeing what's available. You're seeing the price ranges. You can get stuff cheaper than this, and you can also spend a whole lot more money. And man, are you getting more for more? I don't know. Bushnell, I mean, they make one. They got one that's up around $500, and it doesn't have a side screen. You know what I mean? Oh man, I don't know. I mean, between the apps that you can get for your cell phone that give you GPS data, and you can get those for free, and with what the accurate distance measurements you can get out of this thing, I think if you had those two, you've nailed the course. I mean, you know everything you need to know about the course. I think those two working in tandem, you've got a complete package right there. And you can get the apps for free. I mean, you can spend a dime on them too if you want to, but most of the apps are free. They give you the GPS data, but this will give you the real world data, on the spot, which that's cool. I really like it. And it's not just for golfing. Like I said, I mean, I like it for around the house. How many times have you been out and about and you wondered how tall a tree was? Now you don't have to wonder. You just simply point and shoot and take the measurement. That's freaking cool. So, yeah, I'm liking this. I'm going to recommend it, and yeah, I guess it's time to give it my final rating on a 0 to 10, because stars are for restaurants. We don't do stars around here. I'm going to put it, yeah, 7.5. That's an honest 7.5. It's great bang for the buck. Everything I had to complain about, I did. But it's got a lot of praise. I mean, for every negative, I found a positive. You know what I mean? And the negatives were just, little petty pet peeve kind of things. Some of them, anyway. Some a little more serious. But overall, it's a great kit. It's a great device. And yeah, I can wholeheartedly recommend it to any of you guys for, you know, golf and or backyard measurements and all that jazz. So, all right, I think that's going to wrap this one up right here. Hope you found this helpful, maybe a little educational. Link is in the description down there, and it'll also be in the comments section. So, yeah, we're going to finish it off right here. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Do the thumbs, the subscribes, and, you know, all those bells and whistles right there. And, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the thing if you buy it. And, hey, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.